Hey, today I'm going to talk about dementia. It's a horrible thing to talk about, but I'm going to try to bring a little bit of levity to this as well as a bit of realism. My mother has been diagnosed as having dementia, and it's a horrible thing because of the things she doesn't remember and the things that irritate her. For instance, she really doesn't remember a lot of her history. She doesn't remember a lot of my history. She doesn't remember that she actually fell, which is the reason she came here. She doesn't realize that she can't take care of herself. She doesn't remember that I took her car keys so that she couldn't drive anymore. She does remember that she can't drive anymore and that we're going to get rid of that. And there's things I can't tell her because I don't want to get her upset. I went to a dementia conference a few weeks ago, and it was amazing for a few reasons. One, because I ended up sitting at a table with a lady and we started talking, and it turns out our mothers exhibit the exact same symptoms. From the thing about the purse, where daily both of our mothers are going through their purse, each little item, step by step, counting and searching and evaluating every single day. My mother sleeps with the purse. Her mother sleeps with the purse. Her mother thinks that she's stealing all her money. My mother doesn't think I'm stealing all her money, but she's kind of hesitant or worried that I won't let her go to the bank to get money. My mother was taking out $4,000 or $5,000 at a time and then walking around town with it. I'm glad that that's over with. My mother thinks she can take care of herself. She can't take care of herself. Mom can't basically get walking around the house. She doesn't walk all that well, and sometimes she doesn't remember where she's going. At least she remembers where to go to the bathroom, but after that, we got all kind of stuff. So we have these things that we have to deal with, and at the dementia conference, one of the things that they said is sometimes people with dementia will act out because they're trying to hold on to a little bit of independence and authority that they used to have that they hope they still have. But you can usually go maybe 3 or 4 minutes and they will forget what they were asking about. And there's things you have to try to do every once in a while because they're still going to get agitated. There's this thing called sundowning where it gets a little dark and they just don't know what time it is. And they want to do stuff and they get, going. And I've learned a few tricks on how to at least modify that somewhat. Now, I tell you that because we had this thing recently, last couple of days. My neighbor across the street is 91 years old. His wife is 89. She's in really bad health. He's actually in good health except for his memory. Thing is, he shows up at the house today. He shows up meeting my wife who was talking to someone out in the driveway. And he basically wants to come into the house and wants me to take him to rent a car because his son, who hates him, has taken away his car keys and he doesn't know why. Now he's 91. Last year, he hit a truck, a Time Warner truck, out in the street that was at my house because he couldn't see this van or truck, whatever, behind his car as he was backing out. This is a big old thing. He couldn't see it. He hit it. He drove off. He came back because he felt guilty, but he needed to be off the road. So now I have this conversation with him. Now, I also texted his son on the sly saying, hey, your dad is over here and he wants me to take him to get a rental car. Now, I was able to diffuse the situation somewhat because the place he wanted me to take him no longer exists. Matter of fact, it's been gone maybe 10 or 11 years. And I told him the closest rental car was out at the airport, which is a long way away. And he decided he didn't want that. But then he says, well, you can actually order a rental car and they will deliver it to you, which is something I've never heard of. So if this is a true thing and y'all know this, someone let me know. Anyway, we had that conversation. Then he wanted to contact the DMV in another city, not even anywhere around here. I said, why do you want to do that? He says, well, the plates aren't on my car and I need to find out what I need to do to get it back. To which I said, well, one of the important things with the DMV is you're going to have to prove that you have car insurance. Do you still have car insurance? He says, no. My family, because they all hate me, canceled my insurance, so I don't have car insurance. I said, that's going to be a big deal. You're going to have to figure out how to do that. Still, because he asked for in a city that's nowhere close to here, I gave him the phone number. And as I gave him the phone number, I did not write on the card that I wrote the phone number on what it was to. And he actually kept asking me, so what is this to? Anyway, we got that taken care of. So, yes, this is a serious thing. It affects a lot of people. Goodness, we didn't get that out. And it's something that, we all have to kind of work together and figure out what we're going to do about it. It could happen to us. We can hope against hope. And I just wanted to put this out there. This is something that's on my mind all the time. I hope none of you are going through it, but if you are, know that you're not alone. There's always someone else going through the same thing. Anyway, I'm Mitch Mitchell. I hope you all have a wonderful week.